Sawadee krap. Hello and welcome to a Singaporean in Chiang Mai. Floods in the region is over. Traffic has gone back to normal and most shops are also operating back to normal. My wife and I decided to make a trip down to Chinatown, Waro Road Market. To be honest, if I did not stay in Chiang Mai and am not familiar with the landscape, I wouldn't be able to tell that a bad flood had come and gone. This is how resilient the Thai people are. They took it in their strides, and life returns as if it is normal. This is the flood map that shows the extent of the flooding. The worst hit is in Area 1 and Area 2, where it goes up to chest deep or higher. The OCT, as denoted by the square moats around it, was bad. The moat was not even overflowing. Zooming in, this is the area where the tourists like to stay and stroll at night. Chang Klang Road, where the night bazaar and food are, and further up north, Waro Road Market, the Chinatown of Chiang Mai. Zooming further in, for your reference, this is Taipei Gate, the eastern gate of the OCT, another popular spot where every tourist like to have their momentum photo taken. And a little north of it is Waro Road Market. The aftermath of the flood was heartbreaking. The amount of spoiled goods that were garbaged rose up to molehills everywhere. This was taken in the Varo Road area a few days after the flood. It took them more than a week just for the rubbish trucks to make their rounds to clear the amount of rubbish that were piled up. The flood waters did not just seep into the houses and shops. After the water receded, the layer of mud it left behind took days to clear. On some streets, the people were using tools much like the snow showers in Canada to push the mud out to the drains and canals. Traffic was bad, and many roads were closed to facilitate cleanup. Water trucks were seen going down to the moats to get water from the street cleaning. In the weeks following, the water in the moat went down visibly. 1 month later, we ventured into Waro Road. Life was back to normal. These shops inside the Waro Road Market seems to be operating with no signs of flood. But if you look carefully, you can see the faint watermark showing how high the flood water rose up to. After wandering around inside the market and buying what we needed, we came out to the side street. You can see traces of mud, not on the road, not the mud-coated number plate of the truck, but the watermark on the storefront. There are more. This store seems devastated. The metal gate gave way to the strong waters that flooded in. Looking at some of these shophouses and how old they are, there seems to be no interest to reopen again. From the side street, we walk out away from Waro Road towards the old city, past the Chinatown Arch, and further up. In this area, the flood water was still very high, high enough to almost submerge a motorcycle. And along the main street, it went up to waist high. Almost waist high for me, but definitely waist high if my wife agrees to be the model. As we walk further up, it began to look better. The watermark would seem to be knee-high, and this shop was built on raised ground. You can see the steps going up. So even if there is poor sandbag blockage, the floor would only have been wet, maybe 1 or 2 cm. By the way, other than old shophouses downtown, most houses are built 60 cm to 1 meter above the ground. You literally have to climb a few steps to go into the house. I will do a video on construction of houses to show you this in the future. As we make our way further up the street, if not for the flood watermark, I would not have noticed the gentle upslope. At this point, we are crossing a canal. Based on the water level mark, I am pretty sure that the houses left and right of this canal were invaded by rising flood. This shop is just before the canal. The bridge does nothing to prevent water crossing it. By the way, even if they manage to seal their doors and prevent water from seeping in, the water will still go seep through from their drainage pipe and toilet bowls. But it looks much better 10 meters up the canal. It is now shin high. Just a few more shops up, we decided to take a break and visit this shop. Amore Tiramisu and Cafe. It looks bright, clean, and unaffected. There don't seem to be any flood watermarks in and around the surrounding shops. So, it is time to try their tiramisu. The shop is indeed clean. By the way, this is the lady boss of the shop. She told me her two young staff helped her move her furniture to higher ground and help clean up after the flood. Her shop was not spared. Water came in to shin high. She pointed out the faint mark that remained. By the way, she is strong. She says she will continue to do business and will be more prepared for the future years. I had managed to talk to her because she's Angmo and could speak English, and I could sense her resilience and strength. And I believe the Thais have the same fighting spirit, just that I have not mastered the Thai language yet, and hence could not talk to the Thais to find out how they feel. This is their grandma tiramisu, big enough scoop to be shared by two, and it really tastes yummy. By this time, it was 11 a.m. and we were hungry. That tiramisu was not a dessert for us, it was an appetizer. It enhances our appetite for lunch. So we ventured further to Trot Chan Moi noodles. And just about 100 meters up, the floodwaters did not reach there at all. From there onwards, it was dry land through that awful flood period. There are two rattan shops at the junction into the noodle street. You cannot miss it. However, once you're in the street, the noodle shop is recessed inside. It is a narrow walkway in, about 3 car lengths, and a signboard that you could miss if you do not pay attention. However, once you go into their courtyard, it is rather rustic, and you can choose to sit indoor as well. The mosses on the wall does not cause any issue, does not cause any hygienic issue. The rest of the area looks clean and well spread out. Most people like to sit outside, and this is their semi-indoor outdoor kitchen. You can see them cook, you can place the order from them as well. One can also choose to sit inside, especially during the hot summer months. However, while it's cooler inside, it is not air conditioned. My stomach is growling. I don't know about you. I am hungry already. So please excuse me, and I see you next session. เจอกันเซสชันหน้า I am glad you watched till the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It will help me tailor my future videos better. Do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. It is called Singaporean in CM. Have a nice day.